triple Ciroc smooth. Big Dragon Balls been giving off Kakarot clues. Niggas Fox News, they fast talking, I'm shot screw. You don't owe me, but nigga, my props do. Real nigga vibes, real nigga vibes, real recognize, real nigga vibes, real nigga vibes, real nigga vibes, real recognize, real nigga vibes, yeah. Real nigga vibes, real nigga vibes, real recognize, real nigga vibes, real nigga vibes, real nigga vibes, real recognize, real nigga vibes, yeah. It's unlikely you this type G.
What?
Life a bitch,
mine's just
feisty.
She likes me.
She likes me.
Nigga.
Tiff, what's good?
Krown360.
Krowners, what's up?
What's good? Once again,
What's
we
up?
are back and we in full effect. It's your one half host, Joe Mav.
The other half, Cool Hunter. How are you all doing this evening, tonight?
Man, I hope y'all really good because we gonna wild out tonight. We gonna have some fun tonight. We gonna talk about some real shit too, but we gonna have some fun. You know what I'm saying? And off rips, Hunter.
Yo, let's get into it, man. What we starting with?
Well, I want to put a message out there for the IG models. I want to put a message out there for the IG.
Well, real quick.
What's Gucci?
We did have a Krown360 focus scheduled tonight, but I guess I had some car trouble, so
okay, yeah.
we're continuing on as we normally do. But you know, we will shout out my man Dale, Chef Dale. He couldn't make it tonight though, so we gotta have him back on another date.
No, yeah, true. But I wanted to talk to the IG models if I could. You know what I'm saying?
All IG models, listen up.
I want to say stop insulting me and yourself by coming in my DMs, acting like you giving me a special privilege by trying to be invited to your little private news show for $2.
Let's talk about this shit,
Let's talk about
man.
this shit, bro.
Because it doesn't add up. You got 50,000 likes, and you trying to sell pictures for $7.
It's not even 7.
I was trying to pick a good number.
It's not even
lower.
7. It's $2. Shorty tell me, my nigga. And this is the fourth short. This is when I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done with this shit, right? I had to talk about this shit. Fourth shorty tell me, she says, this is the same generic message. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know you're one of my longtime supporters. Yeah, they hit you with that shit. I've noticed you.
Chuck, what's good, homeboy?
I've noticed that you're one of my longtime supporters. And I wanted to know if you wanted to be invited to my private live nude show. So the first time I was like, nah, I'm good. I complimented. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's probably worth it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
$2, shit. I'm pretty sure it's worth it. But nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Then I got it again. And then by the fourth time, I was like, Slim, you should have a little bit more respect for me and yourself. I don't want to see a little areolas for $2, bitch. Like, my name is Joe, bitch. I get pussy. Well, why would I pay to see your news when X videos is free? Pornhub is free.
And it's something else to talk about.
You bitches on that too. Don't even know it. Go ahead.
It's niggas paying that shit though.
I know.
So this is a weird part of this whole conversation.
Time out. Hey, call us right now. Shoot the number out to him,
man. 202-506-6601.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Call us now. Hey, y'all niggas, let us know. Why y'all be paying that shit, dog? Like, let me hit y'all with the African voice. Why you be paying that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something. Cause they act like the private show, like they really busting it open for a nigga for $2.
Right.
Shorty said she gonna make it worth my while. So I'm like, bitch, you don't know what kind of freak I am. I want you to do a lot for $2. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, I've had the same offers from a couple of different joints. You know what I'm saying? Like for it's like the cam show. So I guess it's like you would, you know, a cam show. I guess it's kind of like Skype sexting or something. So it's like they're gonna be doing their thing and playing around, and you just get to watch and whack off or do whatever the nigga does in that situation. I'm not into if you're gonna be doing all that shit, I need you to be in my presence so I could crank. I don't need you doing that shit up behind no screen and then pay for it.
Oh yeah, but see, I know niggas that look at me like I'm retarded because I love the strip club. And I know niggas that be like, man, I don't like being teased and shit. I ain't paying to be teased. I'm trying to fuck something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
They be looking at me and I be like, nigga, fuck y'all. I love watching some ass twerking in front of me. I love slapping some dollars on some G-strings. I love that shit. That shit help cleanse my spirit. You know what I'm saying? But nigga told me like, nah, man, you getting teased up. Y'all niggas some Johns, man. Y'all. I'm like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm at a point now with the strip club. See, at least I'm interacting with the woman. She's in there. You know what I'm saying? I could touch her. I could see her. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on where you at. Some of them joints you can't touch her.
Yeah, we're not going there if you can't touch her. No. I'm not going to have no naked ass woman in front of me. I can't squeeze her ass.
Yeah. When did they start that, though? When did they start you can't touch them type shit?
Because Bammers go for the shit. I guess that's one of the underlying things here. It's like, who would go to a strip club like they only take tops off and and then you can't touch the women, and it's like, why am I here?
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I did go to about two of them joints where they just topless. I'm gonna tell you about them topless joints.
Right, the nudie bar joints.
The nudie bar joints, right? I'm gonna tell you about that. Them bitches, they the ones be fucking. Them bitches be fucking. Them bitches be really trying to fuck. Niggas think the ones that be getting fully naked, they really be busting open. I don't know, maybe so. Yeah. But every little, because they call them the go-go spots too. That's what they call them, go-go spots. So I went to two of them joints, and each one that I went to, bitches was trying to leave with a nigga. Like, they was like, what are you doing now? You want to go? And I was like, it's because y'all ain't getting no money because y'all ain't fucking busting it open. You want some money, huh? Okay, I give you $25. What's up?
And the DC, I guess you could say DC, Baltimore area, DMV area, is not in the tops of tipping in the country compared to other cities. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say Bama's don't go in there throwing money.
Niggas do, but it really only be the dope boys.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's niggas that hustle the street niggas, you
know,
or the super freak niggas. You know, like you're a super creepy nigga.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw a nigga sell a car in a strip club one time. I lied to you not, nigga. I was 21. Nigga was in there. This bitch named Wild Cherry. I never forget it.
Sold a car.
This nigga he must have just got off of work. The nigga had a Waldorf Ford uniform shirt. The nigga got on the DJ got on the mic and was like, shout out the motherfucking Wild Cherry, got ourselves a car out this motherfucker today. And the nigga, I look over to the right, this nigga was the nigga who had the shirt. He was
drinking.
Yeah, he raised his drink like, hey, I'm the nigga got a car. I was like, you a bitch ass nigga, bro. Like, I hope you got more than a twerk, nigga. Like, damn.
I mean, it's crazy when you're like from IG models, strippers, how the whole game has changed. We got to work on that too. We need to get our stripper versus porn star convo on. I got to work on that. What are you talking about? That's an idea I got. I just thought about it. It just came to me.
Okay.
But right now, it's crazy. Like the things that are like commonplace now. Like we just talking about like the whole selling of pictures and all of this stuff, you know, the cam sodas and like you get like even with cam soda now you basically pay to follow a woman to see all of like her new pictures and videos and shit like that. I did it one time for one woman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. You did what?
The cam soda joint.
Oh, you paid. So you paid to watch. You paid on some voyeur shit. Talk about it, nigga.
It's not cam soda, it's OnlyFans.
Same thing. Go ahead. So
Angie. What's Big Butt Angie name?
Oh yeah. The drink.
I just love her spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to see her naked. I had to see her fully nude.
So you wanted to support her because you fuck with her spirit.
Right. I want to do it to her too, but I want to support her. More than anything, I love her as a person.
It's the dimples on her face, not her waist, right?
Oh man, her smile.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Her smile, right?
Okay.
So the OnlyFans joint, like you get access to they page for like a month. $20, hey, I could do that. I'm not going to really do nothing with the pictures.
What are you getting for $20 a month?
Pictures and videos. And then Angie, she's somewhat classy, so you don't see no. This
nigga said she's somewhat classy. Hold on.
I think you could be classy and be provocative and sexual on the gram.
You could be classy and be selling pictures busting it open and videos busting it open.
I think you can. Like the way that she did it, you know what I'm saying? To me, it was a certain level of integrity there.
Okay, so it was the way she was holding the dildo, though, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's none of that. So all of her pictures are real. Like she might be topless in a couple. Even if she's bottomless, you can't see like no lips and she might have had one bottomless joint. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But other than that, you just really see her in thongs and you really get to see that ass because she got it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then she might be doing like little, she'll have some videos and stuff, but she's not masturbating and playing with her titties and all this. She's not really going in.
So that makes it classy though, because she's being tasteful with it, right?
That's the word. There's a tact and tastefulness to the freak shit. Now, it's layers to this shit. I just got a video sent to me. This younger was sticking the whole,
Okay, hold on, but time out. Before we go further,
okay.
Did you feel any kind of hit on your self-esteem when you pressed enter credit card information? Did you feel that when you didn't feel no hit on your self-esteem? Okay.
Now I had another situation with another stripper that
tried
to get me to do the same. Well, she didn't try to get me to do the same thing, but she tried to get me to kind of do the whole webcam shit with her, and I had to go through all these couple websites, and they sign you up for you sign up for one website to get to another website, and it automatically signs you up for two more. I had to cancel some shit.
You was gonna see each other and be talking. That's what you saying?
I think so. I was bored at work, was trying to help a sister out. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just trying to be helpful to these women. You a helpful nigga, ain't you? You know what I'm saying? Right. Again, but it was on some slight shit. Like, for $10, I'm like, it was $10. I got to be here for another 6 hours. I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, but damn, in my mind, I'm like, $10? Like, what's coming with $10?
Yeah, dog, that's what I'm trying to say.
But is it a real hustle or is some super thought and shit? Like $10 for maybe a 15-minute joint, you might be able to string together, several in a day, several in a week, the way you could get your money.
Yeah. My man say, hey, that's a trick, bro. He's my man. My man don't want my lie. He like
never again do it. You got to be a reputable. Like if I do it, it's some OnlyFans shit. It's a smooth transaction.
No. Don't get it twisted. That one transaction qualified you as a trick for that moment.
I can hit it.
Oh my bad.
No messages online. Don't post nothing.
That's my next topic.
Right.
But don't get it twisted, though, my nigga. Don't get it
twisted.
That one moment, you was a trick. If not more, but that one moment.
I was a supportive fan. I wasn't tricking.
A supportive fan.
I was a supportive fan.
Okay, all right. It's funny how niggas got that terminology to make them feel better about this.
I just came up with that motherfucker.
Yeah, he did. I love it too. You surprised yourself, nigga. I saw you blinking like, oh shit, that was.
No, because when you call me a trick, like my enemy. We're not tricking.
My bad. Hey, I'm just saying.
Unless we're tricking.
Yeah.
But we wasn't tricking.
My man said, "Oh, you a trick." That's what my man said. You a trick.
You was tricking, not tricking.
All right, but look.
Okay,
right. What y'all heard was me setting up the next topic that I want to talk about.
Now, what's that?
The one with the sister. So what I'm about to play for y'all is the audio of this sister went to her daughter's school.
Wow.
Yeah, she went to her daughter's school because her daughter was getting bullied, right? So her daughter was getting bullied, and the black mother was like, she ain't taking this shit no more. Went straight to the motherfucking school, took the class over, and I'm about to play a little bit about with Shorty.
Yeah, play that, because I got some interesting things to say about this.
If y'all bully my daughter, if you look at her the wrong way, if you breathe the wrong way, send your mom to me. Sisters, aunts, anybody over 18, I'll f them all up. Do you understand? Leave my daughter alone, and I'm not going to say it again. But if I have to go to every class, I'll do that. And I'm letting you know right now, any mom, any sister can catch these hands, okay? Period. Y'all gonna leave her alone. I mean, no messages online, don't post nothing about her. None of that. Y'all don't know me. Y'all think y'all bully? I'm the big bully, okay? Let that be known and understand that. Leave my daughter alone, and I mean it. And if I have to come up here again, it's gonna be problems. See, the girls can be gentle. If y'all are boys, if y'all are girls, I tell her to meet you after school and handle it outside like a real one. But since you guys are boys and she can't do anything,
where the sound effects come from.
Tell your moms, tell your sisters.
Hey, yeah, let's talk about this lady. Let's talk about this lady.
So hold on. Before you go on, so for the people on live, you know what I'm saying, that didn't get a chance to listen, Shorty went off. She went off. She said, look, if y'all over 18, I'm fucking y'all up. If y'all not over 18, sing your mom, sing your sister, sing your grandma, I'm fucking them up. Y'all better not even talk about my daughter online. I'm fucking y'all up. That's how she felt, my nigga. The teacher sat and let that shit rock, my nigga. Now, what I want to paint the visual for people that did not see was that, before I do that, you tell me how you feel about that shit, honey, because you, for some reason, you ain't like that. You ain't respect that shit.
That shit was extremely disrespectful, first of all.
To who? Because she felt disrespected for why she even had to leave her job to come to that motherfucker in the first place.
It was your decision to think and feel that way. People get bullied. We just doing what we do in school, was chump the weak motherfucker. Ooh. So all this extra shit you talking about, you threatening people and all of that, you disrespecting me. You disrespecting me as a kid in this class, man. You ain't gonna come up here and threaten that you go. So if you gonna fight anybody of mine, that means you said you gonna whoop them. You gonna try to hurt them.
So you ain't got no understanding for this black woman's position.
That's not your place to be up there. Teach your daughter how to fucking fight and not get bullied, and then you be all right. How about that?
I want y'all to call up right now, parents.
That bullshit.
Parents, call up right now and tell this nigga Hunter that he on some bullshit.
Exactly. That shit was childish. You can't come up in the bike. First of all, the first part that's dead ass wrong. Bitch, I'm supposed to be learning. Curriculum already some shit anyway.
So hold on. So now you gonna act like you was the type
now
of
I'm acting like I'm concerned about school.
Okay, all right, go ahead. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
I'm here for this shit.
Okay.
So now you've taken me away from my lesson and all of that. So I'm hurt as a student, as a young scholar. That's what I'm heard at first.
Okay. She fucking your education up.
Right. You fucking my education up.
Education all up. Okay.
I'm mad at the teacher for letting this shit ride. You gonna get it too. You an accomplice. You supposed to put your motherfucking foot down. Be like, man, we ain't going for that shit.
Now, keep in mind, that's why I wanted to say. I'm glad you led me there. What I'm trying to say was, from what it looked like from the angle that the video was, it looked like all the students was white, my nigga. It looked like she was the only black person in the class. Her and probably the person that was videotaping the joint. Probably was her daughter. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if it was a predominantly white school or class that was bullying your black child, he ain't got kids, my nigga. You motherfucker, you don't respect her position now? If I give you that context, if I'm saying she's the only black child in the school getting bullied.
Fuck no, how you the only black one and you getting bullied? You supposed to be wrecking even more.
Nigga, hold on. So now she gonna have to mollywop the whole school, nigga?
I'm talking about her daughter.
That's what I'm talking about. You think her daughter gonna have to fight the whole school? If she the only motherfucker...
Nah, all them white people ain't gonna be chumping you. They just testing.
So it's no position where you giving that sister no credit for sticking up for her child.
I'm 100% against bullying.
Wow. So hold on,
excuse me, not bullying. I'm 100% against the notion of people saying that they're being bullied. It's always a decision. It's always a choice. That's natural law.
So you believe bullying don't exist?
And it doesn't. It's fucking false.
My nigga.
We could go to the savannah. If you're a hyena and a lion run up, you gonna stay on the antelope or not? You gonna run, he gonna get the antelope. That's not bullying, that's law, that's life.
But nigga,
you keep what you kill if you can protect it.
My nigga, now, I'm a nigga that loves animal analogy.
Okay,
I love
you
that.
Like that one?
Because the only thing I'm gonna tell you is, I don't believe cyberbullying is real. But I ain't gonna act
cyberbullying is definitely some of the weakest shit.
It's definitely a fictitious thing. But what I'm saying is, I ain't gonna act like the era I came up in. Nigga, you had to fight, because if not, you was gonna get bullied, nigga. That was real bullying. That was real. You ain't gonna tell me that shit was non-existent, nigga.
That shit was nature.
That's okay. You call it what you want. Tomato, nigga. It was.
That shit was a whole different mindset.
It was a one person feeling like he had to overcome somehow. You know what I'm saying?
That you know what, the school to prison pipeline is real, because now that I think about it, as we age going through school, you always had to prove yourself from a physical standpoint. Definitely. Make sure that you weren't fucked with.
Definitely.
Like if you didn't put your foot down when that first opportunity came.
The only two things that saved you, if you wasn't motherfucking, this thing is stupid. And the only thing that saved you, motherfucking, was if you had a wicked jump shot. Niggas was like, let him be. You know what I'm saying? That's Tyrone. He gonna make it one day. Or if you was the nigga that was, niggas rarely saw you because you was in the AP classes and shit, and you was on a different time slot than everybody else. Because them niggas was always on the isolated sections being safe. They was like in PC. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even touch them niggas. Because by the time you out lunch, they gone.
They wasn't in gym pop.
Yeah, they wasn't in gym pop. You know what I'm saying? But if you wasn't in that type of category, nah, nigga, you had to really keep in mind the image that you was portraying. Because it was serious,
and
bro.
even from a parental standpoint, like your parents weren't coming up there on some y'all better not do nothing else to my kid type shit. Like ain't nobody tripping off your ass. You gonna leave and we gonna keep chumping them.
But that was cause back then though the notion was if a motherfucker come back home talking about such and such bullying me, the parents would send your ass back out there to fight that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Now don't get me wrong though. Now I've seen parents. My folks pulled out on a bunch of motherfuckers when my sister got into a wreck years ago with two bitches. You know what I'm saying? And she was handling them two bitches. But the fact that it was two bitches, My father was like, fuck that. I got the strap. You bitches better leave. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers got the skirt. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that wasn't in school.
No, I wasn't in school. I wasn't in school. But what I'm saying is, when it's about your child, my nigga, none of that shit matters, nigga.
But see, that's the ironic part. You're defending your child in front of children.
I don't give a fuck, nigga.
Right. So when those kids tell this, the parents they have that are like you got confrontation coming.
I think that sister thought about that before she got there, because she had that speech. She had that speech layered down in her head so great.
And maybe I'm not gonna say that she didn't.
She was ready for it.
She was asking for it.
Yeah, she was asking for it. Now, I don't think she would have did that at Benjamin Washington high school. I think sister, a Loquisha type bitch, would jump right on her ass like, hold up, bitch, like, nah, we'll fuck you up now.
Right.
Like, yeah. So she picked the right.
Girls in school that I know for a fact, girls in school that we went with, if she'd have did that shit in the right class with the right youngins in there, she'd have got jumped. Yeah. And then they would have told they peoples. Yeah. And they would have went down outside.
Yeah. Okay.
And the girl gonna get whooped.
And all that, and all what you said is true. But I'm gonna say right now, I give that sister a lot of credit. I give her a lot of credit because she said she ain't gonna sit. She not gonna take that. And one thing you gotta understand too, my nigga, is that I've seen some of the hardest motherfuckers, bro, have some of the sweetest children. I'm talking about, and I don't mean that in no slight. I'm talking about have some of the most genuine, nicest hearts beating in their bodies, and that parent want to protect that. That parent don't want none of that anger or hostility that they have to be transfused to that child. I've seen that, bro. So I can see that type of parent saying, nah, I got this, son. Even though these is kids, I'm gonna make sure you ain't got nothing else to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how that child is. That child might not be the type of child that you want to be out there aggressive or that type of negativity to be engaged with. You know what I'm saying?
I think part of protection that's kind of taken out of context and always focused on is the fact that from a parent to kid standpoint, when you protect them, it's like you always there to defend them. A big way to protect somebody is to teach them how to protect themselves.
True shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's real shit.
You can't always be there.
That's real shit. No, that's facts. I agree with that.
That's why I was like, that whole classroom, I'm going to come in here and defend my kid type shit. It's like, man, like that. I felt like that would have been my opportunity, especially if I was a girl too. Yeah. I'd be like, man, you ain't going to do nothing to me.
Yeah. I see that shit going totally different if it was a predominantly black school.
Like, you ain't going to, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you bluffing. Like, so let's say one of you know how we see these teachers wrecking kids. Oh, man, what happens when the situation start like that and then the kid respond to you?
Time out. So you saw that last video, the most recent one of that
with a dude he choke slammed Shorty, got him under the table. You're dead.
Who's dead? The teacher?
The teacher's dead. That nigga's dead.
Right,
bro. That's what I was saying last time. You don't do those shit, and then you talking little nigga, motherfucker.
Dog. That nigga now, I think now.
First of all, if my homies are in the classroom, you have to jump in, dog. Yeah, this man was going on me.
But he knew that nigga was scared, dog. He scared the shit out of that little kid. But what I'm saying was, I think the kid kicked him or something. Didn't he do something like that? The kid, it wasn't just the nigga touched him. It
didn't start there. Yeah, the kid did something. I heard they said the kid kicked him in the balls or some shit like that.
In the ball, I think he kicked him in the leg or some shit, bro. And the nigga,
you can't see it in the video.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen. But the nigga said he just snapped. He was like, what? Yeah, now what, little nigga? What I tell you, little nigga? I was like, that now, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, that nigga right there, you right. He should be in witness protection right now. Because I couldn't see no parent allowing that video to ride and not having no retaliation on their mind and heart.
I just don't see how people feel comfortable addressing children. I can see if the parents was right there or something. You know what I'm saying? But like all of that conversation and directing smoke towards kids, it's like that's just bad chest to me.
I mean,
they could go back and tell their parent they know what they look, what you look like. You might not know what they look like. They could just run down on you so many different ways.
I mean, every situation is different. You know, the sister was protecting the nigga. He was inflicting. He was inflicting some damage.
You know, and he was definitely, regardless of what the kid did, it's kind of like the bullying thing though. So when your kid is getting bullied at school, how bad is it? Is it a reflection of the fact that you ain't teach your kid how to defend themselves? How's the bully always the wrong one? It's like kind of.
So you're excusing the bully. You're excusing the bully in a way. Tell the truth. You like a little bullying here and there.
I would never raise my kid to be a bully.
But
I ain't gonna say I ain't never picked on nobody, I never made fun of them or nothing like that.
Oh, somebody, hey yo, if this nigga Hunter picked on you back in the day, call up right now.
I wasn't the type of person to bully somebody or kind of, take a motherfucking sandwich or shit like that.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Now, we'll spark your ass up. The nigga joan you till you cry.
That's healthy.
Nigga,
that's healthy.
have that type of energy towards you. But I was never really, had any malice or any spite behind anything I did. But I think it's just a part of life that is like I said, it's natural to me. It's nothing that you can do to shield your kid from it because they're going to have to deal with that in life.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
show them how to deal with that
It's
shit.
natural, but one thing about bullying that I don't respect it because most motherfuckers that bully, they bullied on people that they can bully on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But bully that's
where the lesson is learned. Punch them in the mouth and see what happens.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But most bullies though are selective about who they want. And motherfuckers ain't just going punching anybody and seeing what happens. Motherfuckers be like, they test you through conversation. They judge you through how you look. And if a motherfucker feel like he can test you, and but he probably already sized you up. That's what I'm saying. I don't respect bullies because it's like this, my nigga. You gotta, if in this world for real, if you gonna have that type of spirit where you gonna be confrontational, nigga, then I'm only gonna judge you about how big and bad was the nigga you was in the confrontation with. If you confrontational and you only picking on niggas smaller than you or niggas that can't fight like you, you's a sucker. You fuck.
Right.
And that's the whole concept of bully. How bullied the concept come about.
Right, and to an extent, yeah.
Because you ain't two equal motherfuckers is not gonna be one equal nigga gonna be bullying another equal nigga. It's one person that feels inferior and it's allowing this shit.
Right, and it's layers to it. Like I said, it's just like nature, man.
Yeah.
When it's a rank and file, it's a pecking order of things. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be a bully in this school or in this one classroom in this one grade. You go to the next grade, next thing you know, the tables turn.
My man's on the joint said bullies is suckers for real. I agree, but on the flip side is I feel like I bully the bullies. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't no sucker. I bully the bullies, nigga. That's how bad Joe Moff is. Bang, nigga.
But what I'm saying, yeah.
That's how bad Joe Moff is.
A single shot right there.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah.
Like I said, to give all of the negativity to bullies and not being critical of people, allowing people to take advantage of them and that whole mindset and that victimhood shit, I don't agree with that. I think that we got to keep some balance there. If you're going to talk about bullying being wrong, then talk about getting picked on being fucking wrong. Instead of, having a narrative or a conversation.
That is bullying though. Bullying is being picked on.
No, I'm talking about the person being picked on. We don't.
Oh, you saying that they should be
criticized too.
Yeah, they shouldn't be content.
If you're gonna be critical of a bully for what he's doing, be critical of the person playing the victim for what they doing.
Okay, all right. I see what you're saying, my nigga. I see what you're coming from. You took a wild way there, but I got you now. I mean,
that wasn't my ultimate point at the beginning. It was like, fuck that parent. I'm telling you, she gonna get her ass whooped. That's my initial point.
Yeah. And I got respect for her. All right, now let's. I said the word name Loquisha, right?
Yeah, you did. I knew that came up because of this movie you was talking about. Shit. I didn't see no clip of that shit. Anybody seen something on Loquisha?
Yeah. So okay, let me set it up for y'all. It was a movie. I saw the trailer the other day. It's a movie about this white man who's unsuccessful, right? And he's sitting on this couch and he says to himself as he's watching TV, his life would be a lot easier. I think he's in radio. And he said his life would be a lot easier if he was a black woman.
Is that the blue picture with the white dude? With like the black one was inside the white dude? I think I seen a picture of that.
I didn't see that. All I saw was the trailer, so I don't know about the picture.
I think I seen a picture now. Okay, I remember that now.
So,
okay, I'm with you.
So he says, and the movie goes like he goes to this radio position and he's anonymous, but they don't know his face, but the nigga's talking like his name, like he a black woman, and his name is Loquisha. And he's talking, giving advice and shit, talking in this parody type shit about a ghetto black woman. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it was, for them to make the movie in the first place is crazy.
To give it that type of budget,
it's crazy. But then secondly, it was black people that was in that movie. I think they was in the movie, but in the caption, I seen black people defending the main character and the production of the movie, talking about, it's just in fun. It's just in fun. It's not mean to be taken racially. But and us as a hey, look, we should boycott, not boycott, but we should be a uproar about that movie because that movie is highly disrespectful. It's so many layers of disrespect.
But comedy is disrespectful.
Comedy can be.
So is
but like everything. We all are toxic in some way. Like we do shit toxic. It don't make it okay. You know what I'm saying? Like so. What I'm saying is, if we laugh at toxic shit, and I laugh, nigga, I love Family Guy. Family Guy has me laughing at the worst shit in the world, but I know that should be fucked up, nigga. I don't be laughing like, oh, this is good.
But that is hard. It's so subjective on this one because it's hard to say that it's not people that think that that's a funny concept of a movie.
Okay, but the undertone that screams out to me is you're making fun of, first of all, the name Loquisha that's already has a connotation with black or ghetto or this and that, and you trying to make that something to judge because it's already a negative connotation to have a name like that if you're trying to get a job.
Oh, it's layers to what they playing on.
So yeah, so it's like now you putting it in our faces that you laughing at our names because I'm one nigga that if like my name is Joseph Butler. You know what I'm saying? That's the whitest name you could motherfucking have. And I'm the most blackest nigga I know. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whitest name. But see, what I'm saying is, but back in the day, I would say something like, oh yeah, Loquisha's an ugly name, this and that, all that. But nigga, I got respect for names that niggas create.
It's a fucked up name. I'm sorry.
Okay, that can be. But
Loquisha's a fucked up name.
I got respect for niggas that create things from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't.
It's definitely an original.
What you gonna do? Respect a nigga name Joe Jones? Nigga, no. We don't come from.
We got some slave names. I know I got one.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I ain't gonna laugh at Loquisha because her parents created that name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
not. Okay, point there. Point for Joe. I got you.
Yeah.
I can get
so for the white establishment to be poking fun in our faces about that, then. On an undertone, they got this white man just talk. So a black fat woman talk like a white man. Is that what they trying to say? A black heavy set woman talk like a white man.
It's gonna be some racial undertones and layers whenever you bring a topic like this into Hollywood anyway. Then when you make it comedy, and now it's a different layer. Like it puts you on the thinner eggshells because now you got people like, look, all it takes is one bad joke. It could be 2 seconds of the movie go left, and then it's like people hate it. Or 10 seconds to go in a different direction. People think that's really funny. It's so subjective when it comes to comedy. That's why it's always truth in every joke. There's ways to ease it in there. So yeah, it's probably a way that white people find some of the shit that we do funny or are mocking us in ways. We got to know that. We damn sure do the same with them. We talk about white women putting raisins in the potato salad all the time.
Let me ask you this. Is that the same, is Loquisha, the concept of that? And my third thing I was upset about is the whole idea that a white man's life would be easier if he was a black woman. That's crazy to me. That's bullshit. In America, right that's fucking crazy. Bullshit. So,
but it can show you that's actually interesting, like that perspective, because if it's a white dude that think that, then his privilege is so OC. Yeah. He really has a distorted perception of life.
We're going to get to why that's totally
that's a bullshit
untrue. But my thing is that concept of Loquisha, is that the same as the concept of White Chicks, the movie? You know how like
that's a great example.
They making fun of white chicks. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But
it's like they knew how to audience like, I know how to be a white bitch. Let me just paint me up. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's comedy.
I want to post that question. Hey, call up here. Let me know. Is that movie Loquisha something that niggas are overreacting to? Is it the same as the parody of White Chicks? Let us know. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the same concept. I mean, it's a lot of different stereotypes that we see where it's touchy for people. It makes me think about, not to get off the topic, but just a slight digression. Michael Blackston pops up on the gram with a snow bunny.
Danny Banks. Yeah.
I wasn't hip to her. You hip to her? You a creep. You know about it. You already know about it. You probably got put on double tap punishment by Instagram for liking her pictures. Joe double taps on pictures on the gram when it comes to women faster than anybody else. Like, this shit makes noise. It has like a real noise when he hitting his phone every time. It's like the nigga knocking.
I can't help it. You can tell the thumb got a mind of his own too, my nigga. It just be like, as soon as I see the picture, like, boom, 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 boom. I know how to scroll all that shit like 1 second flat, nigga. But go ahead.
But so the Miss Banks, right?
Uh-huh.
So I saw it on Michael Blackston's page, but then I went to her page. I saw that she posted it too. So I don't know if they really got a thing in that, or they claim each other, or they just had a photo shoot, or he just really knocked her down, and who knows? We don't really care. You know what I'm saying? But in the post, he was talking about she about to have his baby, and you know what I'm saying, he's gonna have a nappy head, big dick baby, all that shit. Yeah. But I noticed on her page, somebody brought to my attention today, a lot of the white dudes didn't like that shit.
Oh, word?
They started unfollowing her, and like their true colors came out. Black people gonna peep the shit. I mean, now black women have an issue with us and white women. We gonna fuck them anyway. So
that's true.
But it's no different on the other side of the scale. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? We're more prone to go outside of our ethnicity than they are. But we're not digressing into that.
Hold on, because I want to say something.
Okay.
The smallest nigga. It's funny though, because the smallest nigga, and I mean like in height.
Pause.
That's why I said the smallest nigga in height. This nigga does not worry about a white dude fucking his girl. Like no nigga ever thinks a white dude is gonna outfuck his girl better than him.
I think this is accurate.
Nobody. It's not one nigga on earth.
That's it.
Yes. No
Asian guys. No Latin dudes.
This white men just be so afraid that a nigga gonna come and have a white bitch just tore open. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is a real fit, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They don't. Dog, I was looking at the joint the other day because, I'm a porn connoisseur. I'm looking at porn, and they was talking about, I was watching this chick, I forgot her name. She was doing a little interview, and she was saying that women that do, white women that do interracial porn, the white porn actors tend to not want to act with them.
It's racism in porn. I've seen a couple of different older porn stars talk about it on Vlad interviews.
Yeah, and they was talking about how they lowball, you know what I'm saying, those women that sleep with
they have certain caste system tactics within porn in a sense. So where it's like, it's certain white women that won't have sex with black dudes in porn. Yeah. There are certain black women that only do porn with white dudes. I be peeping that shit. I ain't with it. I be peeping them youngins. And then it's, the scrutiny that comes with the interracial, scenes, with black men and white women with porn, like you just mentioned. So with all of these different things, like I said, with the Blackston thing and Shorty dealing with all of the backlash and people stop following her and slandering her and all of that shit, it's hard to get away from what Europeans have done, in the Americas for a couple centuries. There's just no way to get away from it.
It's crazy that the shit is right there in our face. I just wonder how the fuck that I didn't know that racism is in porn when you got the extreme narratives being exposed in porn. You got the niggas fucking the white wife in front of the husband. He be sitting there crying and shit while the niggas, he be like, yeah, and the white girl be like, you never did this to me before, Jim. You know what I'm saying? And then
holding hands.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she holding the nigga lap, she holding the nigga kneecap, but all tight while nigga just ramming the bitch through in the butt. But and then on the flip side, they got this other shit where I forgot the name of it, ghetto gaggers or some shit like that. Some shit where white men be like just aggressively fucking the shit out of black bitches. Just saying all kind of wild shit, all kind of racist shit. Oh, you like that white dick? You know what I'm saying?
I can't lie, man. In my elevated mental state, I am extremely I don't want to say a bigot. That's not the right term. I was going to say racist, but that ain't the right term either. No. I'm very discriminatory. When it comes to porn.
Okay.
Only dudes can be brothers. The only niggas getting ass in my world when it comes to porn is brothers.
Why are you worried about the niggas in the porn? You ain't supposed to
I can't see that. And I'm just saying from a conscious standpoint.
Okay.
I can't hear you black bitch eat this white dick. Nah, I'm not gonna get turned on anymore.
How the only nigga that be sitting there worried about? That's a white dude. I can't enjoy myself in this porn. It's a white guy.
It's just something I've gravitated. I just grown out of this shit.
You want to see you a nasty nigga. You want to see dog ass on top of ass.
It just has to be the brothers winning. You know what I'm saying? It could be a white girl. It could be an Asian woman. It could be a Latina.
But it's got to be the brothers winning. Okay, all right. I don't be tripping about that. I act like the dude not even there. Every nigga in porn is me, and I'm looking at the dick. Right.
Ultimately,
yeah, so, I don't be paying.
But I ain't no white dude. That's why a white dude can't be there to throw me off that.
That's only. You know what? The only time I don't see color is in porn. I'm gonna tell you right now. I got Avatar bitches in my motherfucker downloaded on my phone. I got blue bitches. I got Asian bitches, white
I
bitches.
can't do that weird, that Japanese for the characters and all that
you
shit.
tripping,
I can't
nigga.
do that shit. That shit is a little out
The
there.
parody porn is amazing.
No, not parody porn, because This Ain't Good Times was a funny ass
That's
porn.
the vicious
that
joint.
Was funny
That is the vicious joint. The chick who played Florida.
Oh, man,
that
she
scene
was-
with her and James is epic, nigga.
This Ain't Good Times.
That scene with her and the nigga that played dog. That chick is thick as a motherfucker. God damn. And she
That
be
was a vicious
saying,
digression.
he be fucking and she be saying, damn. He be killing it, nigga. All right, cool. Yeah, they got another joint. They got a Cosby joint.
Yeah, they got a bunch of shit like that.
got
Like I said,
joint.
parody's cool. I'm talking about the cartoon animated shit.
Oh, no. I don't fuck with that. I can't get. I've clicked on it before, but
That shit too extreme. That
Yeah,
shit
it's a little too
extreme.
much. I like the cosplay though. I like when the Asian joints be dressing up as X-Men characters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Little bitch be looking like Jean Grey. You know that motherfucker. She be wearing little motherfucker or the bitch from Street Fighter, Chun-Li outfit wearing bitches. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, I love me some porn, bro. Porn has gotta be the greatest industry out there. It's $1 billion industry. Billion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, we done.
Sex industry is mean.
Sex, yeah, it's super mean. It's super mean. But let's one. I want to talk about some real shit though before we head out though. I want to talk about that video that went viral of that sister who got murdered by that police officer.
That shit wild.
I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about it because I want to talk about my new approach to that, and I want to talk about my new overstanding of us as far as black people, right? But first, let me get your reaction and your opinion on how you felt when you saw that video. And what's your latest
It definitely seemed like it started after things have already escalated. And as I watched it,
What, the video? Mm-hmm. Okay.
because the first thing that came in my mind after watching it a couple times and feeling like it was just totally unacceptable for him to kill her, is how did it even get to the point where you pulled her over, stopped or whatever. But as I was watching it, and then she was, resisting, and they got to tussling a little bit and ended up on the ground, and like he punished shorty. When he pulled that joint out, it was like bang, 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 like close range, like she was done. Like that wasn't even no did he kill her type shit. Like when I first seen it, it just sent like so many butterflies through my stomach, because it's like two things. I'm sick of this narrative of police officers fearing for their life. Yeah. That comes with the job. You should have, never became a police officer if you scared to die, nigga. That's like being a fucking soldier in a war or some shit.
You don't want to die. You
right.
laying down.
But that's how detached people are from reality. It's just like niggas now on the street want to do street shit, but as soon as you get caught, you want to tell. Like, what the fuck you thought the rules was of this shit?
Yeah.
So you got that part, and then it's like, even when it got to the point where he pulled the gun out, you see that they're not shooting to restrain or subdue or anything like that. You could have probably popped shorty in the kneecap or something. She on the ground. What's she going to do? You could get up, do whatever.
He had to pop her, period. But go ahead.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to go to the extent where you pull out the gun, you can't have somebody fearful trying to police laws and trying to serve the community as we're told, which we know is not true. You can't have a person with these standards and these job titles and, or job descriptions, and then they're thinking about their, being fearful, but having the power of life or death in their hands.
Yeah.
That shit is dangerous, man. As we know, you can make a decision, once your emotion, adrenaline get to pumping, it can be like, bang, let me kill her. Then afterwards, like, damn, I probably could have done something different. And then in this situation, I just don't see how he had to kill her. I don't see it.
Nah, not at all.
I don't see it.
When I watched that video, I actually didn't. I cut the video. When I saw it, I clicked it on, and the first 3 seconds disgusted me. And I didn't have to watch the officer because I knew that he was going to disgust me even more. But what disgusted me was the mental state of us black men, how we are okay with sitting back and just pulling out our cameras and recording our own women being brutally murdered like that. And he's sitting there narrating
the shit, snickering.
the shit. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, when they say the black woman is the most unprotected and disrespected. No matter how much shit I talk about our women, that is one of the most truest statements. Because that nigga didn't even have the inclination to get out of his car and put his life on the line for that pregnant sister. Not just any sister, not just any sister, but that pregnant sister who was yelling, "I am pregnant." This nigga still sat in the comfort of his car, wherever he was at, which seemed like his car, and videotaped it. And that shit right there makes me sick. It makes me sick because one thing I'm not going to keep beating myself mentally, traumatically, with trying to understand why the police are. I know that they don't fear us. I know that they're jumping at the gun to kill us. They want to kill us because, let's be honest, most people want to be police officers because they're power junkies. Most motherfuckers act like I'm doing this shit because I want to clean up a community, but most motherfuckers are inferior-hearted and they want power. And that's the easiest, quickest way to start feeling powerful is now being on the side of the law. So now you got a lot of motherfuckers with that mindset, black and white, that's trying to bully, like how we was talking about before, trying to be able to bully people who are unprotected and unrepresented. And that right now is us. We are unprotected and unrepresented, so we are bait. We're food to the law enforcement.
I think bullying is really bullying should only be used when it comes to law enforcement and our issues as black people. But that's true bullying.
Yeah, true bullying.
Where's the fight back at?
Shit, they don't even allow you to fight back.
So it's you just broke it down in some ways to where there's several layers here. I mean, this whole notion of recording shit and going viral and the validation that comes from social media and the shares and the likes and the comments and all that shit, our perception is distorted. And we got a lot of work to do with our youth, you know what I'm saying? Even at, I'm in my 30s, you know what I'm saying? So we get into big dog status, man, just naturally, because you can see with some of the things that we know from a principle standpoint, they don't.
Yeah.
And to not want to defend black women is a real delicate space for black men right now because there's no in between. It's what side of the fence are you on, if you rocking or you ain't rocking.
Bro, that's what disgusted me, bro, because when I read the caption, I already knew she was pregnant because the caption said pregnant black woman was murdered, right? So I didn't have to look at the video to know that she was killed and she was pregnant. But when I saw the dude watching this and he was able to hear her say the shit, that's when I was like, what more do we need to see that shows us how much we dropping the ball as black men? You know what I'm saying? Because you can, one thing, okay, Sandra Bland, right? I don't really know if let's say no niggas was around, okay? Let's say the shit happened to her and no brothers was around, all right. But this, we have a video showing us a brother there and not even thinking. This nigga didn't even think. In a few seconds I watched, I could tell he's not even thinking about getting out of his car and putting his life on the line. He wasn't thinking like that. And that's the thing about us as black men. We'll put our life on the line for a color, for a street we don't own, for some clothes that represent people that don't care about us, for some drugs that was shipped in our country, shipped in our blocks for us to destroy ourselves with. We'll kill each other over the lack of respect because this nigga looked at me 2 seconds too long because the niggas in the VIP section that I didn't pay for. We kill each other for all this shit. But yet, when the motherfucking enemy is right in our faces, we sit in the car and pull out our phones. And the shit is getting downright not laughable like it's funny, laughable like it's pathetic. It's sad. It is. Because I gotta tell, here I am, feeling, and like I say, I gotta tell my family that my home life. I try to make sure my home life is as peaceful as possible because I know as a black man, every day I leave this house, it could be my last day, and not because I died from natural causes. It could be my number one threat out here is the police. That's my number one threat out here. My number two threat out here is other niggas. And that number two threat shouldn't even be out there, but it is. But the thing about it is, when are we going to start realizing the lack of self-respect that we show ourselves is another thing that keeps us open is being prey as well. See, we had a homie that said, you know, at the time he was kind of like talking about, you know, us as black people being very rebellious to police, and it could be not helpful in moments like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the thing that I was sharing with the homie was that, you know, the spirit of us being rebellious to this wicked authority is actually natural. It's actually a testimony to the spirits that we have when we was in our native land. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that's natural. Now what we have to do is start making that rebellious attitude infectious and productive, and that's what we're not doing. We're not having that same rebellious effort help us become strategic, help us become planning and putting ourselves in position where every time any brother get pulled over, it don't be just one car. It's cars. It's cars, nigga. Mm-hmm. It's not phones. It's presence. Mm-hmm. We don't need, because right now the phones is making shit desensitized. It's giving motherfuckers isn't even looking at it just to have that rush of hate go through their veins. All it's niggas like me that's not watching it. Mm-hmm. It's not doing nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying
is doing something from what people are gaining the validation from, the emotional satisfaction from, and that's the showing it first, sharing it first, commenting on it, talking about it. That is distracting in a sense.
It's very distracting. But the thing about it is, when I say it's not doing that, it's not doing nothing productive, because
it's definitely not.
The video is not getting officers locked up. Mm-hmm. The video is not getting niggas to want to love themselves and protect themselves and be smarter and be better out here and understand who the real enemy is.
Mm-hmm. Or fight back. It's not causing no knee-jerk reactions or nothing.
All this doing is to me, I think it's spreading fear. I think it's not only spreading fear, but it's spreading complacency, where we looking at everything on this phone like it isn't us now. Mm-hmm. Like even me, I'm on the phone, but I'm looking at other people like they don't even exist. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think these videos are starting to become more and more of a deterrent in the fight of niggas. And it's crazy because it shouldn't. It should be the number one thing that's trajecting us to a head, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird because we're at a dangerous point in place where, like, you know, you're using terms like we and us and, you know, these collective terms, and, you know, it's such a facade where we at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, it rolls off the tongue. There is no we, for real. Yeah. We're not riding together, rocking together. We're not thinking. We don't have a unified mindset, a collective mindset or understanding. Mm-hmm. So that's why you can't have any agendas, and you can't galvanize, you know, of course, from an economic standpoint, but when it comes to something as simple as black men protecting women, men protecting children, when you got to question that, you got to really, really evaluate where you are as a group, because you're at a dangerous space. Because once you get past the point of protecting yourself, then anything can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's bad when it comes to law enforcement, because ultimately I'm at a point now where I know people don't like to hear it or say it, but it needs to be some reciprocation. You can't keep killing motherfuckers and thinking that you'll go through the legal process, you'll go through the laws and the courts to get your punishment or to get your, you know, get reprimanded after you've done something that you can't reverse.
Yeah.
Like killing somebody or paralyzing somebody or traumatizing somebody, you know, from with a gun.
Yeah.
Your job title, your status within social constructs doesn't trump nature, doesn't trump natural law. Yeah. Motherfucker, life made me.
Yeah.
You can't create laws to govern me, especially if you don't involve me in the process.
But the fear, bro, motherfuckers want to be comfortable. But we got to understand that we are not comfortable right now. We're not comfortable. It's an illusion.
And the bad part is people are buying it. It's some real pimp and hoe shit going on right now.
Yeah.
How could you look for comfort in America based on the history of America? Man, that don't even fucking add up.
What? But this is the thing. Okay, let me tell you where my mind is at, right? So I'm in the lounge the other day on Sunday. I'm at the lounge. I'm listening to a lot of talented artists out there, and every nigga that got up there, it was okay. And I ain't gonna say that. It was one artist that got up there and was doing had some inspirational music. You know what I'm saying? I forgot his name. I really should have got his name. I'm sorry about that because he had some inspirational music. But every other nigga up there had a song where they had an extendo in the clip. They had the gun out the window. They was shooting some nigga. And after the first 2 or 3 songs, it just started to hit me, right? Because don't get me wrong, music is just music, you know what I'm saying? But music is also energy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here, but everybody is bumping and we move into this music, right? But what I'm thinking to myself is like, you know, this is really showing where we at though. Like even though it's just music, it's showing you where we at mentally. Like we're mentally focused in on us being an enemy first before we eat. We can't let go of us being an enemy first before we even start talking about how many ways America is against us. It's so many motherfuckers. Us as growing up as black kids, we so in the struggle. We so in that crab in the barrel mentality. And I hate to use that fucking terminology, but it's true that we start looking at each other as obstacles. You know
I think that's the bigger problem for black people. I had I can't remember who told me, it was an old head, it was giving me relationship advice, but I see how it kind of correlates to just a bigger analogy for how to look at life. But he was like, when you looking at I'm using it in a relationship analogy first. When you look at the person you with versus you all looking in the same direction, you're working against each other because the other person is always watching what the other person's doing to keep tab on this or to watch this or watch that and vice versa, versus you all actually focusing in on the direction that you want to go and the end result you want to work towards and go that way and let that be your determining factor for what you do, how you act, how you think, how you communicate, all that stuff. And I take that out of the relationship context. That shit defines black people perfectly. That's all niggas do is watch other niggas. Yeah. You gain your validation of, well, I got more than her, or I look better than him, and what are we working towards? Yeah. Everybody's going in a different direction because everybody ain't looking in the same direction. Niggas is looking at other niggas to see what the fuck they got or what they doing. You're right. We got to really, and that's what I'm saying. Until these videos start having us look into who we are and what we aren't and where we need to go, man, I'm not gonna. When niggas send me them videos, I'm not gonna entertain them no more, man, because I'm not the nigga that needs to fucking see this shit. I'm the nigga at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I know what's up. I know what's up on every level. I know where it's headed. I know why it's like this, and I know why it's not going to stop. So I don't need to motherfucking keep seeing that shit. But I would like, if I had a wish about this shit, I wish this shit would wake niggas the fuck up, because one thing about it is, we are strong, my nigga. We so strong. Us as black people, we so strong in our spirits, but we use our strength against us. And we allow them to manipulate what we don't know about our strength, and they use that against us. They call, oh, you being too aggressive and all that. Listen, they are naturally, the other side has the natural inferiority complex. It's natural for them to fear us. It's natural for them to hate us.
The genetic recessive people.
Bruh, and it's not me being racist to saying some shit like that.
Life made it that way. I didn't make this shit up. Yeah. I was born into it, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but we gotta, I like to urge every nigga to do their research on who they are, on their history. You know what I'm saying? Do internal research about who you are in the present time. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't do that neither. Niggas, I don't even gotta talk about reading books, nigga. Just tell me about who you are. You know what I'm saying? Know about who you are. You know what I'm saying? How you get to this level, where you at? Because we all need to start sharing wisdoms with each other, because we doing bad. As black men, we doing bad. We got our black women out here getting murdered, and we doing nothing but recording shit, bro. We doing bad out here, my nigga.
I think we had again, I keep using the word dangerous because there is no gray area here. Who you rocking with? It's going to get to a point where it's black men, and I'm already feeling the vibes to an extent. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get to a point where we got to really create a divide within ourselves. Like, look, okay, just because we look similar or we identify with the same ethnicity, nationality, place of origin, whatever, don't mean we have the same cause or end game. Again, we looking at each other, we look the same, we look alike, but we ain't all headed in the right direction.
Nah, you right.
You can't. It's just no different than if I consider myself to be a stand-up nigga, how I'm rocking with a nigga that don't take care of his kids.
Yeah.
Or a nigga that's snitching.
That's facts. That's
or
facts.
a nigga that's recording a fucking woman getting shot.
Facts, nigga.
Hey, it's different things that you can do to help out. You might not be the man with the spirit to go fight the police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
especially without a weapon.
You ain't gotta do that.
What you don't do is just sit back and watch and record the shit.
That ain't good enough no more, black man. That ain't good enough.
But that was never it.
No, it was not. No,
You know
it
what I'm
wasn't. But in theory, they thought that the way they was
Some
acting
people
like
gonna spend like that's like it going viral as hell, it bring attention
the
to it
theory,
and all that.
I see how the theory could trick people. It tricked me. I thought, okay, these people going down, but we done seen this shit so much. These officers go have leave with pay, and then they get whisked away in some little wilderness where they protect.
I was watching something where they were talking about how law enforcement agencies. It was somebody that came up with a philosophy where this stuff is actually working for law enforcement from a fearful standpoint and stuff like that.
It is. It's having a reverse effect. It's not doing what we think it was doing. It's actually doing a reverse effect. It's making niggas more and more having anxiety. I believe it's having niggas afraid and fearful, but afraid and fearful doesn't come out like motherfuckers like coward, yes, a ball. Some motherfuckers like, if you gonna kill me, just kill me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where niggas is at, and it's fucked up. But what we gotta do is use those emotions to let it tinker our brain to start thinking about solutions. And I think the number one thing we need to do is we need to start executing a new approach in everything that we do. Everything that we do has to start having purpose, meaning. Niggas can't just make music no more. Niggas gotta make music that means something. Niggas can't just say, oh, I'm fucking this bitch. Fuck a bitch that means something. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with a bitch that means something. You know what I'm saying? Or don't just be black. Make your melanin mean something. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, don't just use your black shit to be cool. Let this shit mean something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about, purpose. Everything I want to do is about purpose and meaning. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one. I like that. That's the energy to have. You know what I'm saying? I think right now, we talked about this when we talked about growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't be around certain shit when you speak in that way, when you think in that way, when you move in that way. You know, you can't go back and forth from dealing with people that are like that to dealing with people that aren't. Yeah, and I think that confliction, especially with black people, knowing that we not all on the same page and that on the same mindset.
Yeah, it get tough, bro. It's tough.
So I think we got to make the strong stance and be like, man, we got to cut certain shit off and keep it moving.
Yeah. But on that note, fellas,
ladies and gentlemen,
we about to make a move out. We going to the motherfucking Red Lounge.
Yes, sir.
Your boy Joe Moff about to rip it up.
Time to hit the stage, people. Time to hit the stage.
We're going to put that on live for y'all, too, so y'all can see that, too.
Yes, sir.
But, you know what I'm saying? It's been another great one. We've been in the bag today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chef that didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
My guy. Much love to you.
Yeah. We're going to make it happen again. And on that note, dog, I'll see y'all motherfuckers next week.
Gone.